Kev, thanks so much for jumping on with me. When I saw this review come through, I knew we had to make a quick video on this because you worked with this customer for a while. They have a really cool system, and thanks for giving me a couple minutes to go through this. So I'm gonna throw up the Google review, and I was hoping you could read it and kind of tell us a little bit more about working with this customer, if you got a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Joshua was great. It was a fantastic job. He's a farmland. It was family generational farmland that they're kind of homesteading. So it was just really cool to get a power plant on there via this ground mount. So yeah, I'll read the review and we can go from there. New York State Solar Farm did a great job with my solar installation. They got it installed on a tight timeline before the end of the year deadline. Kevin put a lot of work into making sure the installation would meet both my capacity requirements and my budget and getting the permit variance we needed. Allison kept the paperwork moving, making sure that everything was signed and submitted as soon as possible. I've been impressed at every step of the install process.
So Allie is our project manager, and I never got to meet Joshua, Kevin, but I know from working with you on the back end and going through the design and the plans for his system, we also have a battery on his system.
That's right.
Doing this last year where we were under the crunch of the federal tax credit, so we had a lot of factors, and it was great to take care of him. These are some of the details. I didn't know if you wanted to touch on any of these, Kevin.
Yeah, you know what I really liked about this project the most was I already mentioned that this is going to be, a power plant with battery backup for the security and resiliency. But besides that was the pricing. This system came in, and I just ran the numbers again, updated numbers. And so when we signed up, this was probably about 6 months ago that we started this project as far as the signing. Actually a little further out, got installed about 4 months ago, before the end of last year. And when we signed up, he was saving money on day one via the solar installation. The battery install costs a little bit more, to have that backup power obviously costs a little bit more. And so it brought the charges a little bit over what he would have normally been paying the utility company, his utilities National Grid. Since that time, the utility costs have gone through the roof, and everybody has felt that. And now he is actually saving money by having a full power plant via this solar ground mount and a battery backup system on his home, and saving money compared to what the utility is charging him. So it's just a fantastic system that'll be able to power his home and his families to come for years and years.
And I think this is like the trifecta of a project where you have a ground mount, you have trenching, you have a battery install, and not a lot of companies would want to take on, let alone a ground mount, but all the other things associated with it, because there's a lot of design and engineering behind that goes on behind the scenes with these projects. So I thought just showing a couple pictures, this was our trench run that we had there going from the home to the ground mount array. Then you could see the tape that we put in there. So if anyone goes through the trenching area and they're excavating the future, hopefully they catch that before they catch us.
Yeah.
We've definitely gotten calls from people hitting our lines in the past, but everything is 18 inches down. If not, we go a little more, but to code, everything's 18 inches with conduit going in the ground. And then, Kev, I didn't know if you wanted to touch on this, because I think we use the Hyundai panels on this, which are a little bifacial. So in certain pictures,
right,
see through the panels a little bit.
Yeah, so I actually, and Joshua, what he's going to do is he's going to put a little bit of white stone underneath to help reflect some of that bifacial capability. By putting the white stone underneath, he's going to be able to collect even more energy when the sun hits that stone and hits the back of the panels. So yeah, it's funny, we actually discussed that during one of the variance meetings, because we had to go to some board meetings as well to get this thing across. And I just couldn't be more proud of our team in putting it together in the time frame that we did, with as many moving parts as you mentioned there. Another thing we had to do was adjust the height of the ground mount because the town didn't want it to be too tall. So our engineering, big shout out to our engineering around that. It was a little bit shorter than a typical ground mount is. It had to be under 10 feet was the town's requirement. So we only had it 4 panels high instead of our typical 5 or 6 panels high. Yeah, just everything really came together. We worked hard to make sure that it came together in the timeline that we needed it to get that federal tax credit last year. It just couldn't have been happier with this project and how it turned out.
And everyone only sees the front of the ground mounts usually, but on the back of the ground mounts, this is the details of it. This is the racking that we use. It's called solar foundations. They're actually based out of the Glens Falls area where you live, Kev, up in that neck of the woods. And
Yep.
they have a proprietary ground mount solution where you have the beam going across, the helical posts that are going into the ground, and the rails. Usually there's multiple different components when doing a ground mount. You have your helical post or your techno metal post, then you have a different cap system with the rails from a different manufacturer on the top. And the beauty with this system is it's all from one manufacturer. So they actually come in, put these in the ground, get our rails up. Then we come in at New York State Solar Farm, lay the panels, do all the trenching, take care of all the electrical work. So it's a good partnership that we have with Solar Foundations. And then
Yeah, Solar Foundations out of Saratoga County. They're a fantastic partner of ours, and I was glad to see that they had the opening to be able to make sure that this happened. And we worked closely with them as well on the infrastructure of the ground mount. Absolutely.
so a lot of times people think of generators and they see that transfer switch. Usually it's a Generac transfer switch on the side of the house. This is what comes with the Tesla Powerwall system. This is our transfer switch. It's called the Tesla Gateway. So once the gateway recognizes that we have a loss of power from the grid, it transfers all power to the home from the Tesla Powerwall 3. So this is the battery that's converting. There's also an inverter on the top of the battery that's coming. You have all the power from the array going into it, into the inverter, and then you have all the battery storage below. This is 13.5 kilowatt hours of backup storage. What was Joshua's main reason for it? Was it more resiliency, Kevin, on the battery side?
Yeah, absolutely. He just saw it to be an extra blanket of security for his family. He's roughly our age, Anthony, building a family, and just looking to have that resiliency in the home. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an awesome system. I was happy that we're able to help them. And thanks for doing this video, Kevin, because this was a special project with the amount of details that went into it. I love the ground mount option, and then coupling it with the Powerwall 3 is just, it's a pretty sweet system.
Couldn't get any better. These are my favorite systems to work on when we have these. And like I said, it'll be there for generations.
And it's not easy. Like you said, getting it through the town, it takes a lot of moving parts. There's, he was working with you the entire time, and Allie, our project manager, but behind the scenes and carrying the weight of both of you guys was our entire engineering team and operations team to get that over the finish line. So,
yep, our permitting team really pulled through on this one as well to make sure that we hit that timeline. So we couldn't ask for a better team.
Thanks, Kev. I'll talk to you later on.
Sounds good, Ant.